Hello, this is J.E. Tesher. I'm a science fiction author, and this is the introduction to my new channel. What you will find on this channel is mostly some pretty raw footage of me talking about my writing, about where I am in my projects, what projects I have going on, and if I've learned anything about writing that particular week, then I will add that to the video as well. So it is Tuesday, the 20th of April, 2021, I believe. And I'm actually a day behind because I did not write at all yesterday. I did write today. I've written about 700 words, and I'm working on a science fiction middle grade story, and I don't want to give too much of it away at this point. I'll be giving stuff away soon. I'm keeping the main premise under wraps until I actually get all 3 books in the trilogy completed. So that's what I'm working on today. I'm working on book 2, and I'm 7,000 words into it. I want it to be about 20 to 25,000 words, and I hope to get that done in the next month or so. So that's what I have going on the writing front, and there was one thing I learned today about myself, not just today. I've learned this just, being a writer and doing the thing, writing. One thing I want to not do in the future is to break my momentum when I have a story going. So what I did was I got around 6,000 words done of my second book in the series, and I went and I returned to book 1 and I edited it. And what happened is I lost my momentum on book 2. I lost some of my excitement, just the forward motion. I have done this enough times that I just need to not do it again. It's like I've fallen into that pitfall enough, and I don't want to do it again. So this is a reminder to myself, and maybe a teaching moment for you. If you're in a project, don't stop and do something else. Don't leave it for 2 or 3 years like I've been known to do in the past. Once I stop something, it can collect dust for quite a while. Yeah, so that's my little tip for the day, and I will see you tomorrow. Hello again. We are on a different camera today. I was using my phone yesterday, and I'm using my Canon EOS Rebel T7i. And it gives a little bit more of a crisp, I think, better image. So I will try to start using this camera. Anyway, I wanted to let you know today I have not logged any words. It is Wednesday, April 21st. I did not get up this morning at 5 o'clock like I intended. That's the intent every day, and I've been failing at that. So I did not log any words this morning, but what I did do was I took about a half an hour because I'm trying to imagine the scene in my head. I just write faster if before I write the scene I sit and think about what's going to happen. And so this scene that I'm coming up on is a little bit challenging because there's a lot of bodies in the room, and whenever that is the case, it's always more difficult. It's always easier when it's just 2 people talking, but when there's other people in the room and you have to really anchor a larger scene, it takes more time. So what I did was my family group, which is the family that is in my middle grade sci-fi novel, is a large group of people, and so I went through, I listed all the people and their names. Believe it or not, I wrote the entire first story without having named all the people. They didn't make an appearance, and they may not make an appearance, but at least I know there's 28 of them. So now, as of today, I know their names. I know the families and the siblings, and if there's any grandparents. So I did that, and I used Google to do that. That was very helpful. I can't imagine what writers did before Google. That really saved me a lot of time, but it was a bit time consuming because I wanted to make sure there was a nice mix of different ethnicities, and I wanted a good representation because of the place that we're at in this novel. It will be an amalgam of different societies and ethnicities, so it just makes sense to have, not Tom, Joe, Sue for every name. So I think I got a good mix, and that's what I worked on today. So tomorrow I hope to come to you from downstairs at my kitchen table at 5 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully I'll be eating breakfast and writing. And yeah, I'll see you then. Look what was delivered today. This is a new shed, and I think it's so cute. It's going to contain our mower, our lawn supplies, bikes, and anything that we need stored, because if you look back here, oh my goodness gracious, I didn't realize they took so much siding off. They are, hopefully this is, putting a new deck stairs up to our garage because we are finishing out the top room in our garage, and it's going to be our office space. I am currently in my bathroom, which is a bit weird, but I will explain why. It is lunchtime, so I missed my 5 o'clock writing sprint. I did not go to sleep or wake up on time. Sorry. Got a lot going on today. I did not wake up this morning, so I'm going to do a lunchtime writing sprint. I'm going to write for 45 minutes, and I'm going to do it out in the kitchen. But my husband is listening to something out there, so I can't really do this out there. So later on this afternoon, I'll let you know how many words I got in today. And until then, it is now the afternoon of April 22nd. Gosh, what day is it? Thursday. Okay, so luckily the construction workers have stayed later today, and they are putting the railings on our deck. So I may be able to walk up there today and kind of get a feel for it. They have to put a door in, and we're making the window in the front bigger. So as the office progresses, I will take you along with me and just show you where we're at in the process. After we get the deck done and the door, then we need to do insulation. And we're also quickly going to bring in the electrician, and tomorrow a plumber's coming. So we do want to have a full bathroom up there. I want a shower and a toilet. So it's going to be like a little home away from home. It's going to be very nice. I'm excited. Anyway, so at lunch I did do a sprint, and I got 560 words. It was 45 minutes. I feel like I'm pretty slow, but I have to say I edit as I write. Some writers are going to tell you that's a major no-no, and other writers are like me. They edit as they go. And it's slower up front but quicker on the back end. And I may, as I get into more of a habit of writing every day, I may get quicker. I may get faster. So we'll see. That'll be an interesting thing to watch, to see what my word count progression, what happens, you know, as time goes on. Maybe I'll get to the point where I can write 2,000 in an hour, and that would be wonderful. So tomorrow I'm going to try once again to get up at 5:30. And just in general, I have a lot of goals, and they're health goals, they're fitness goals, they're career goals with my writing. And I feel as though, honestly, with the lockdown and the COVID and everything, I've gotten lazy. This is just looking at myself in the mirror and being honest with myself. I feel like I've gotten in a place where I just want to be comfortable. I want to be warm and cozy, and I want my comfortable foods, and I want to not feel the pain of exercise, because sometimes it actually does hurt, especially when you're lifting weights and you get to those heavy weights. And I just don't think that that's good. I feel it's just, you know, going into my later years, the second half of my life, I don't see that getting stuck in my comfort zone is going to be a good thing for me mentally or physically. So I want to start every day with more intentionality, and I want to be able to pursue my goals, even if just a small amount every day. So I'm going to start talking about that somewhat in these posts, I think. And tomorrow I really want to be up at 5:30 or 5. So this morning I did wake up, but just like I'm talking about wanting comfort, I wanted to lay in bed and I wanted to hit snooze, but 100% of the time if I hit snooze that early in the morning, I'm not getting out of bed. I sleep. Like, I even sleep through the snooze. Like, I'll take my phone with me and I'll press the snooze button in my sleep. So that's not how I'm going to achieve my goals. So I would encourage anyone else who's watching this, if you want to travel along with me on this journey, we can be more intentional together and we can stretch ourselves beyond our boundaries. So that's all I have for today, and I will see you again tomorrow. Good morning. This is my morning face and my morning voice. But I showed you the time. I did get up, and the funny thing is I woke up before my alarm. And this has never happened to me before, but I dreamed about the ending of one of my books that is on the back burner. It made me excited to go write the book. So I don't know. I wish I could remember every bit of it, but I can't. But anyway, it made me excited to get back to that book. So I really love that happened. That's never happened to me before. So I'm going to try to I have about a 45-minute sprint here, and then oldest child gets up, and so the second sprint will be broken up probably. But I may be able to hit 1,000 words this morning. Fingers crossed. My battery's going down, so this is going to be a quick wrap-up of this writing week. I was able to log 1,500 words today. That was this morning, so I did 2 45-minute writing sprints, and that's what I logged. And I think this week went really well. I'm happy that I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. I am dragging a bit because of it, but I think my body just needs to get used to it, and I think that will happen if I keep doing this every day. I really don't have anything else to add, except one thing I did want to mention. As for writers, I think I just wanted to put this out there. It's like every time almost that I sit down to write, I always question whether I'm going to be able to achieve what I want to achieve. And I've just come to accept that that's an everyday occurrence. It's a fear that I have to face every day, every new scene, and I don't think it's ever going to go away. So if you're a newer author and you're wondering, just get used to it. It's part of the job for most of us, I think probably. It's just part of the job description. And it's just a little, you just have to push yourself past that and write, and it always turns out okay. I always manage to get what I want down on the page. The more you practice, the more, predictable your results as a writer are every time that you sit down to write. I will start a new vlog next week on Monday, and I will see you then. Bye.